My name is Jimoh Sunday William, and I'm very happy to have you in this class. I'm so excited to have you to take you through this journey of becoming a successful fish farmer in general. In attending our training, you will be proud farmer of catfish, proud farmer of tilapia, proud farmer of pangasius fish, and I bet you a proud farmer of red pacu fish. All these four fishes, they are rearable in this country, and people are doing it, and they are doing it big, making it big in the industry. And that is one of the reasons why you need to associate with us, why you need to learn from us, why part of your journey to become a successful farmer in our country, Nigeria. And quickly, before I go to the training, I would like to let you know some basic facts or things you need to carry along about fish farming. Fish farming is not a kind of business that one can venture into without adequate knowledge. You must have adequate knowledge in fish farming. It's not a kind of business you can venture into. It's not a luck trying kind of a thing. It's not I have an idea kind of a thing. It's more than that. You know, fish farming is a big man business, and when you are talking about business, it ought to be handled in that manner. So for you to be successful in fish farming, you need adequate knowledge of the new technique and technology to use. And there is a certain way successful people do their things. There is a certain way they get things done. So we are going to teach you and mentor you all about what it takes to be successful in fish farming. And I'm happy to be sharing some of these top secrets with you, and as we go along in this training. Like I said, my name is Jimoh Sunday William. I am the CEO of Plaza La Fish International, and by the grace of God, we have been paddling the affairs of this company more than 12 years now, and to God be the glory. In this free introductory fish farming training with Plaza La Fish, we will be discussing about risk in fish farming, and those things that can hinder you, or in the journey that can hinder you in your journey of becoming a well-respected and successful fish farmer. We'll be talking around it. And before I go on, I would like to talk around certain things that shaped me. In about more than a decade ago, I received a call from my mentor, the person of Alhaji Tijani Nuruddin. Alhaji Tijani Nuruddin is CEO of TJ Feed and Fishery here in Ilorin, Kwara State. So he called me and he said, now that you are going to ASA, so I just want to tell you that you should make sure that you stay with what you are proving and what you know to be the best. Stay with it, because where you are going to, there is divergence of opinion, divergence of idea, and it is very important that you stay with what you know, what you have learned, and what you have known. For about more than 5 minutes after the call, I kept pondering over what he said, because I couldn't fathom out the meaning of that call. I wasn't expecting a call from him. Even at that time, the connection I have with him was not that deep that he would just throw a call like that to me. And I was wondering, why did he call me? Why did he call me? I didn't know the importance of that call until 3 years after. 3 years after, there is a popular feed that came to town, and everybody was going for it. I'm a farmer also. I felt that okay, let's give it a trial. And originally, what we adhere to in our farm is either Ala Aqua or Copens. That is what we love to use. So, but this time around for the floating feed and 2mm and the rest. So, this time around, this particular feed came up and people were buying. So, we decided to buy also for our fish. We bought 2.5 ton of that particular fish. I didn't want to mention the name so that it won't be like demarketing that product. We bought it, we used it, but to my surprise, we were unable to account for 2.5 tons of the feed that we use because it didn't reflect in their production cycle. It did not reflect at all. So I went back, and have in the interaction subsequent interaction with my mentor. I now refer back to that call and what happened thereafter. And that is why it's very important for you as a farmer or to be farmer to stay with what you know to be the best. If what I'm telling you, if you have not proven it, or what will be discussing today or in this training, if those things you have not proven it and you didn't have confidence in what we are giving you, please don't take it. But I'm assuring you that what we are giving you is the best, is excellent, and to the best of our knowledge, that is what has been giving us results in our years of experience. So as we go on, stay tuned. So in this free lecture, our focus is risk in fish farming. Ensure that you watch this video to the end, give it a thumb up, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So the topic is risk in fish farming, and the number one risk we'll be talking about is fish health or fish diseases. One of the hindrances to your success in fish farming is fish health. While it may be difficult to avoid fish diseases completely, it is better to be acquainted with ways to prevent diseases occurrences rather than to resort to allow them to develop and then start curing them. So you have to note this. Please note that anything that causes your fish stress or difficulties, that thing decreases your fish resistance to diseases, and it increases the chances of diseases occurrences. So in other words, totally avoid fish stress, and if you do, you will be happy thereof. So the emphasis is abstain from fish stress. Don't allow anything to push you to stress your fish. The only time that you can passes your fish through stress is during the time of sorting, or possibly maybe as at the time of stocking, when you go to other farm to get your fish or something like that, you bring them down. Those times, those are the two unaffordable time that you can pass your fish through stress. And when you do that, there are things, precaution that you need to take to make sure that you manage the stress. So, and let's talk about causes of diseases. With number one thing we said diseases. Then let's talk about those things that can cause diseases in your farm. And in talking about causes of diseases, there are 4 major causes of diseases. Number one, inadequate feeding, substandard feeding, or malnutrition. I've heard farmer saying that I'm a farmer, or I'm in the fish industry, and the only thing to do is just to go to the main road at night, go and be scavenging for dead goat, dead dog, dead this, dead that, to feed to your fish. I wonder, how long will you continue doing that as a commercial farmer? How long, or where would that take you to feed dead stuff or dead carcasses to your fish? No, you are infighting. You as a commercial farmer, we can't dare that, because we know the value of what is in the water than to bring rotten or dead stuff for the fish to eat. So it is no go area for us as a farmer. Then another causes of diseases is stress. Here I would like to tell you certain occurrences that happen years back. The stress or improper stress management. Somebody got my contact through a customer. So he was having problem in his farm. His fish was dying. So he called. He said, Lazala fish, please, my fish are dying. My fish are dying. Said, okay, sorry, how long have they started? Did you notice that? Since about few days now, they are dying. Say, okay, please, what have you treated them with? I have changed their water. I've do this. I've done that, and no result. So the next thing that happened was that I told him what to do. I asked him, please treat them with salt and leave them for a few hours, then pump in water and let them stop their feeding. I gave him those precautions that farmer how to do in that kind of situation. So the following day he called back again. They are dying. Can't I bring it for smoking? The woman was in distress. She couldn't control herself. Since she was not listening, said, okay, if you want to bring it for smoking, no problem. So she brought those fish, everything, brought it for smoking. We smoked for her and the rest. So what I want to bring out is improper stress management. The woman didn't know how to go about that situation, and she resorted into panic. And in the panic, imagine she eventually sell off those fishes. Then another sources of diseases or causes of diseases is pollution. There are some sources of water, or there are some streams or water, if you are living in an urban area, that is connected or that has link with industrial waste. And if you are a farmer and you are using that type of water as your source of water for your farm, it means that you have missed it to begin with. You have missed it to begin with. So these are factors that you need to work around. You need to work around those factors. Then another thing is attack by diseases organism itself. You know, if you have your farm settlement in an area that is a fish settlement, and certain farm is affected or attacked by disease, and you are using the same source of water, and if care is not taken, there is possibility of that diseases to affect your own farm too. And in that case, there is a way or ways to go about those things, so that you won't run at loss in this industry. Another factor that we will be talking about is political risk or government policy. This can send farmer to square one within a second. When a government give a policy that is unfavorable to your running of business, then that business will pack up automatically. So, but thank God in our country, there is favorable government policy towards agriculture, and especially fish farming. We are working towards food sufficiency in the country. In fact, we can't even meet the demand of fish in our country, and that is why this industry is an industry or business whereby you hope to be, because it pay off. So another risk that we'll be talking about is market risk or price risk. I will like to take little time here, and I will plead with you to follow me keenly, because this is an area where majority of farmers, they labor, they work, they rear, they do all necessary things, and at the long run they end up selling at loss. And you will hear such farmers saying, I can't do fish farming, I'm not in for that again, because they have learned in a bitter way, and they are packing. And the essence of business is to make profit, and profit are gotten through sales of products at good market price with a profit margin. But in fish farming, the majority and almost all farmers are largely depending on the existing market to sell their products. That is what we are all depending on, existing market to sell our product. And that is why, if we continue like that, you will hear those farmers that didn't have the know-how, what it takes to really survive in the industry. Those are the farmers that pack out, because what they are depending on is the existing market. They don't have any, they just rear, they don't have they have nothing, nowhere to take their fish to, and you expect to make profit in that kind. You can't. You will be among those that pack off. So, and that is why it's important for you to click or follow who knows road, and that is why this opportunity is coming to you at this time. So fish farming in general, and even in our country, Nigeria. So the other factor, that this is the last factor that we'll be talking about, that is the management aspect of it. You have to scale up your managerial strength and ability. You have to work on your staff and do all those things. And if all this is taken care of, you are bound to succeed in the industry. You take care of. I think I've talked about flooding. If I haven't talked about flooding is another greatest factor that can hinder your success in the industry. And that is, flooding is under environmental risk. In an environmental risk, in a bid to farm in a secure place, some end up setting up their farm in an area that is prone to flooding. And before setting up your farm, one of the things you have to look for is to set up your farm in an area that is free from flooding. And even if you are sure that it's free from flooding, there are measures that you need to take place to make sure that your farm is free from that demon, because that thing is a killer. May God not allow such to happen to us. Imagine having an investment worth millions and billions of naira, and one day climate change just come and eroded it away. And that is why it is important for you, in setting up your farm, it must be in an area that is known to be free from flooding. So I want to thank you all for listening. I appreciate your time. If you have any question, you can drop it in our comment section, and I will attend to it in subsequent video. Don't forget that you should like our page, give us a thumb up, and thank you all. And in monitoring this or mitigating against this risk, you have to monitor these three things. One is the volatility of your output price volatility, then input price volatility, then market outlet. These three factors are factors that, just like an economic, you have to master it, you have to know it, you have to know the nitty-gritty of it. How does it work? Okay, what did I put in? Then what if it go for this in the market, okay, with what I put in, am I coming with profit? Would I? So those are calculations and things that you need to work around so that you will remain in business. And other factor that we like to talk about again is financial risk. Now, in our country, I think I've mentioned it, that fish farming is a big man business. It's not a business that you can come in with 50,000, 100,000 that I want to do business. In fact, let me give it to you. For you to raise one piece of fish now in the country, this is 2025. For you to raise one piece of juvenile to maturity, to like average of 1 kg or 1.5 kg, you will need nothing less than 2,500, between 2,000 naira to 2,500, depending on the weight you are taking it to. And if you are raising 100, that is 2,500 times 100. If you are raising 1,000, 2,500 times 1,000. you get what I'm saying? So for you to raise as minimum as 1,000 pieces of juvenile of fish to maturity, you will have nothing less than 2.5 million naira. So talk less of a farm that has capacity of raising thousands, 100,000 pieces, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 pieces. So it's not a man kind of a thing, and that is why it is you can't be test running things in this industry. You must know what you are doing. So this financial risk, access to, there are some factors here that really matter. Just like I said, fish farming is a big man business, and for you to run fish farming successfully, it depends on adequate funding. But this funding is not always available, as the highest interest rates affect loan and poor agricultural lending. That is the area where government, I'm sorry, I'm not against government, but where can be said that government is not helping, because for you to access agricultural loan in this country, it's a tug of war. Those that access it, maybe they have political link or whatever, but there are ways to go about it with Plaza Lafish. And then other thing that is important in this financial risk is debt services. Even in an area or when you are opportune to get access to finance, and fish farming, your harvest period comes once in 6 months, and no bank will allow you to hold to their fund without repayment for 6 months, except some a bank where they give you moratoriums or things like that. So, and in such a case, you have to patterns or plan your farm such a way that it will not put you in distress or put you in unnecessary panic that please I want to sell to meet obligations. I hope you are following me. If you are following me, please give a thumb up, give a like, send in your questions, and by the grace of God, we will look at it and then attend to it. Another factor that can mitigate against your success in this industry is human resources or management. As a farmer, you can't successfully run the farm yourself. It's you that will do the actually it is you that all the labor work, all the activities. You can't necessarily do it. You have to depend on other people to help you, and that is why the attitude of the people that are working with you, their character, the kind of personnel you have, their behavior determine the success of your fish farm. Also, the management attitude and skill is also key to the success of fish farming. You have been listening to the free version of our fish farming training, and I hope it has been educative and informative. There is a paid version of this type of training where you will have unlimited access to all that you need to become successful in this industry, like good training, lifetime mentorship, accessibility to modern and new techniques and technology. To sign up, visit our website at www.plasalafish.com, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.